Hi everyone, my name's Annalise. Welcome back to my channel. This past week, I found out that I fractured my foot, so I'm not able to do a lot of the things that I normally do, such as lift weights, or go on hikes, or even go to work. So I have a lot of time on my hands, and today I thought that it would be fun to try something that I've been wanting to try for a while, which is fascia release. I've never really done this before, and I just found some videos online that I saved, and I'm gonna try the different techniques, and we will just see how it goes. If you're interested in following along, you'll need a towel and a yoga block if you have one, and we're just gonna get into it. I am gonna take a before and after of my face and my posture just to see if anything changes, but this is just a fun little experiment. Let's get into it. So for this first exercise, I'm going to take my towel, it's folded in half twice and then rolled up, and I'm going to place that under the small of my back. This is just going to be 5 minutes, so we'll set a 5-minute timer. You can't see it, but I have my legs straight, my toes are touching, my heels are not touching, and then I'm going to take my hands, put my pinkies together, and place my palms down on the floor. So for this one, I'm going to focus on just engaging my core, making sure there's no tension in my neck, and keeping my tongue sealed to the roof of my mouth. We'll be here for 5 minutes and I'll check in with you after. So that was 5 minutes. It's definitely hard to keep my core engaged the whole time, but I feel good. I feel kind of refreshed. So let's move on to the next one. This next one is more face and neck area. It's taking the right hand around the back of the neck, firmly grasping here, and then taking the left hand and pressing it into the cheek, tucking your chin, breathing for 3 breaths. And then after 3 breaths, you're gonna open the left side and breathe for 3 more breaths. So I'm gonna do that and then we'll do it on the other side. And I'm just sitting on my yoga block right now, just to have a nice posture. I'm gonna do the other side.
Maybe it's a new beginning. Maybe it's the start of where it ends.
Okay, that was interesting. I was feeling kind of a sensation in my ear in doing that. Yeah, it's the fascia work I'm noticing is so interesting because it's just like you feel openness in your body, like where it used to be tight, it's just like open. So I'm gonna do, I think, 2 more sets of that and then we'll move on.
Maybe it's a new beginning. Maybe it's the start of where it ends. I know.
Okay, I'm also sort of feeling it in my eyes a little bit. I'm not pushing on my eyes, I'm pushing on my cheek, but it's just so interesting. You just feel sensations kind of radiating out.
Maybe it's a new beginning. Maybe it's the start of where it ends. I know.
That feels good. Wow. For this next one, I'm gonna start by just scratching my scalp a little bit to start to stimulate it. This is gonna be work in like the sides of the face mainly, just warming all of that up. And I'll put all of these videos, I'll link them in the description and I'll put them up on the screen so you can see what exactly I'm trying out and try it for yourself. After that, I'm gonna take my fingers and go sort of right to my temples, and we're gonna be here for 3 minutes pushing up. It's important to make sure that your neck is not doing this, it's like your arms doing it, so you can do it laying down if you need to. She said like 8 out of 10 pressure on this part of your body, pushing up and breathing. Oh, it was like behind the ear actually. That's right. Okay, so yeah, behind the ear, pushing up behind the ear. Okay, now I'm feeling it. just to like keep the pressure. I definitely felt my shoulders and neck trying to like carry that. That's interesting. I'll definitely have to try that again. So the next part of this is then taking the knuckles and going your cheekbone here. It's like right above your cheekbone, pushing up, then leaning into that. The knuckles will push back. And then I'm gonna kind of place my fingers there and go again. And again, placing my fingers to keep the tension and then pushing my knuckles in again. That was a minute and a half, and then we'll do the other sides with the knuckles and then pushing up and back. Okay, definitely felt that one down here. Then I'm just gonna take my fingers again and scratch my scalp a little in that up and back direction. The last part of this is going in the mouth. We'll see how this feels, but she said it's called the pterygoid muscle. I looked at a picture, it's kind of like in this area, and just like holding there, and then we'll pull back with the ear as well. Alright, now I'm gonna do that on the other side.
Maybe it's a new beginning.
Okay. That was kind of weird, honestly, but it's only weird if it doesn't work. It feels good overall. My mouth feels weird now. Kind of unexpected. All right, on to the next. Now we're going to do a little bit of a face workout. This is from Oscar Patel. This first exercise is puffing your cheeks out and breathing for 10 seconds. Then you suck your cheeks in, sticking your jaw forward, make a popping sound, and we're going to repeat that whole process 7 times. Stretch of the tongue tie. Really important to have good posture for this. I'm sitting on my yoga block, sitting up straight, going long through my spine, the back of my neck. And for this one, all you have to do, so when you say the letter T, just put your tongue in that position. When you say the letter T, put it on the roof of your mouth in that spot, and then you're going to open your mouth wide with your tongue in that spot, and then I'm going to press on my tongue, and I'm going to do this for 20 seconds. This is like stretching the tongue tie and tightening the skin under the neck. I'm going to do 2 sets. Okay, that was 1. Let's go for 2. It's definitely hard to keep your tongue still. There's like, you know, your tongue's so wiggly. I felt it. Let's see what we're doing next. We just have a few exercises left. I'm gonna do tongue exercise to loosen up here, so it'll just be sticking my tongue straight out for 10 seconds. To the side for 10, to the other side for 10. My husband's joining us for this. And then we'll repeat that twice. The next one's called zygo pulling. So it's just putting your thumbs up here and then massaging your cheekbones a little bit. So after all of that, now we're gonna try thumb pulling, which is where you stand against the wall with your feet 6 inches forward, head against the wall, tuck your chin all the way, and then you use your thumbs and push up in the middle of your palette. That'll last for like 10 seconds and then we'll go up. We're gonna do the whole thing for 3 minutes, just kind of repeating over and over.
Pretty difficult to hold.
I felt one of the creaks he was talking about. That was weird. Ugh. Oh. That's a thumb workout. All right, that's that. We'll take some after footage. Call it good. Thanks.